Okay, September 2013, working on the wall, replacing the wall on the patio. Give you a perspective of where we're at. Here's the house. Here's the pipes that come down. This one we believe may go up to this house from here. You can see the pipe runs along the patio, comes down right here. There's a tiny hole in the pipe, not a tiny hole, but a hole in the pipe, and I glued some pieces on it here, which really shouldn't matter because it will be covered with rock in this area. So we're going to lay rock in. You can see the electrical lines come through here. It's for the landscape lights, and a plug back there. This plug right here. Here's the two power cables. That black line is a dead line. But one of these goes to this plug and one goes to the landscape lights in the back. Now these two pipes go into the pit in the previous video that we did, which is right here, but we never knew that this pipe was here. As best as we can tell, it's probably the neighbor's. So his pipe's going to be draining into my pit over here. Unless there's a T in that pipe, which we don't believe there is. And that's where we're at. Okay, a look closer. This pipe is not a T. There's a curve in it, so one of two things are happening. Either this is just my rain gutter or the French drains, and this pipe is the rain gutter, my rain gutter coming down in this way. We're just really not sure. Unless the rain gutter and the French drain both drain into this, and then it comes down here and over into the pit that we made somewhere here. Just not sure. Well, anyway, we're putting the wall in. Yeah.
Up there somewhere and see if you hit it.
Okay, well, this is granulated limestone. It'll be the base. It'll get tamped down.
2 ways to tamp.
On the wall.
Let's see how it just tamps it down there. I have my gas tamper.
Yeah.
Too, if I can get in, but I'm worried about them pipes.
With the gas one. Well, you'll tamp over
those,
top the pipe,
yeah.
I see.
I'll see what happens.
Yeah. Put the drain pipe under there.
And this is actually the most critical part, is getting this level for your first course. Once your first course is in, then it's not.
And is the pipe underneath you? Underneath that stuff?
That's the original pipe.
Yeah.
So there is a pipe.
There's a pipe under
way down there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's dirt on this side and this with the pipe. So I don't see.
We got the first row down and level. Put this geotech material up on the wall, and that'll stay there when we put the stone in. Gary said the real trick is that you got to get the first row level, and then you build from there. And he's putting these spikes in, and taps them in. We'll put another row on top, and then we're just going to build from there. Okay, we're taking the rock, throwing it behind the wall now. We have this like geotech type material here. Probably should throw some rock in there. And we're going to eventually put a drain pipe in here to catch some of the water if it leaks through.
Put a 90 on there.
Okay. Alright, this pipe sticking up is the bypass if we need it. If I need to connect a rain gutter from this end of the house to come through, it'll go straight through and come out here. So then we're going to put the French drain in right beside it. Should come through, come out the other end here. On this end there'll be two pipes. One will be the French drain and one will be the hopefully never needed bypass. Okay, here's the two pipes. Both have a cap. One's the French drain and one's the bypass. And they both go straight through and come out here. The bypass is the first one that sticks up. And the French drain is the one behind it.
You see the solid pipe is important. You have to tie into the front.
Yeah. The French drain's behind it, right? French drain's the back pipe.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the bypass if it's needed. There'll be two places here we need to tap into it. This will be the one that's higher, would be for the rain gutter. Then we'll fill this up with rock and go from there. Okay, we're slowly getting the rock up. Pipe's underneath it. Just putting the end pieces in. Looking pretty good.
I think we'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
Now we'll work the next course of this corner up.
Keep shoveling these, putting all the stone back, which is nice. We could reuse it. It's going in. Okay, slowly getting there. Filling the rock up, doing the end pieces. It's looking good. Looked like a magic trick how you got that end piece to stand up over there.
What's that there?
Above the other end of that pipe, how you got it to support.
That's it.
Huh?
That's it, dust. I just filled it up, tamped it off.
Yeah. That's good. If you ever do this job, you're going to need that tool. Right?
Yep.
Alright, we're getting there.
It can be.
Here's this, we're lining them up. Then there's a pin, plastic pin goes halfway down. If it's going halfway down here, it's going halfway into the other one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, until it hits the other one. He takes the other one and taps it down.
To the front, it's not quite the same.
Yeah, I just
I
noticed
guess
that.
because this block is back a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, it's, you know what, it's like off kilter a little bit, huh? Like here too.
Yeah, there's two, and I had a hard time getting them pins in there, too. But you know what? They could be from a different pallet. You know, might have went from one pallet to another.
Yeah, no, those are lining up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, there's a couple here and there that look that way too. Stick out just a little bit. Like here. This side's done almost. This is what the top is going to look like. If I ever need it, it'll be there. Right. This is here. Now we're getting near the top. See, this was a good idea to put this ramp to stand on, so the lift is less and less. Picking those up.
You know, I think I need the other. This is the wrong side. Definitely the wrong side.
I'll probably put more gravel in it, and eventually
Can I,
fold it down. Okay, over to the side. The inside one is the bypass drain gutter. Starts out over there with that cap if we ever need it to go around the wall. The one on the right is the French drain, and it has the holes down here to let the water out, facing downward. And we're going to get some rock and cover it up. And if I ever need to get around this wall with water, I'll at least be able to catch it right here. And if I need to, I could route it out this way. We're going to get this corner piece to finish up. And one will need cut to go in here with a mason saw. The rest of it's just gravel. Close the geotech material up. Cover it up. Have to remember where these are. This one I'll let stick up just slightly. You can always cut it or take it out and replace it if I need. This one, I can't remember. I don't think I glued it in, but I can always get to it this way. And we put like the French drain material holes on this one. You'll have to throw some rock down in here. This is the wall. Let's get a better look at it. Like this. Looks pretty nice. And we'll stagger that top layer around a little bit, then glue it down. Looks like that one on the left needs moved over. So that's where we're at so far. Okay, we
line across there.
Filled it up full of rock. Covered it up with this geotech material, and then we'll probably throw some more rock on top of that. Eventually I'll throw some mulch in here to cover it up. This drain is the French drain. This is the bypass if we ever need it. There's the two openings here. The one on the right's the French drain, has holes underneath. This is just a straight pipe. I put a cap on it. On that French drain, I'll eventually put a vent cap on it to keep rodents out of it. There's two electrical wires running through here. These go back to my landscape lights in the back, and a plug that's on the side of the house over here, on the side of the hillside. Back in the swimming pool days, there's one up front here. I actually got a couple plugs back here. Okay, this is it here. And here, geotech, and we'll put the gravel on top. And then these will eventually get glued down on top of here. And we're up to the top here. We're gluing the brick down. This is how it looks on the glue. we had a talk with the neighbor about his rain gutter. His rain gutter does come up down into here, and he was digging in the yard and he did see it. About 16 inches down, so they must drop from there straight down into this pipe, and then now it's going into my leach bed. So he said if there's a problem with it to let him know. So we know he's aware of it. Okay, we're coming near the end of the job here, gluing it in. Last couple of pieces. Have the rock in. Put it up. In position. Here's a paper towel if you want.
Nah,
No?
that won't hurt anything.
Okay.
Set up.
Put it up.
Hey, that's it.
We'll be coming to the end. So,